Well, but in Luton there's still plenty to play for. The Hatters are looking to book their place in the conference playoff final tonight.
With that and the rest of the day's sport, James Burridge is live from Kenilworth Road.
Janine, ignore that scoreboard. They have a 3-0 priceless advantage, Luton Town, over Wrexham. The game kicking off in just around an hour or so's time. We'll start there with a line of rugby because the Northampton... Absolutely key, of course. Remember, Luton got to this stage a year ago and didn't quite make the final. Gary Sweet is the managing director here. And Gary, this is a big, big deal for your club. So much expectation. How do you feel this year?
Well, I think it's a massive game. I'd arguably say that it's probably the biggest game in our history. And the expectation just drives us and to be a little bit more determined to succeed.
What do you think you've learnt from 12 months ago?
We've learned how to win these games, win double headers in playoff finals, learn how to go away from home in the first leg and do something about it before, we come back home here and finish the game off.
Yeah, a manager like Gary Brabham, he's experienced of playoffs, hasn't he, with Cambridge, so he's learning all the time too.
He's learnt the hard way, a little bit like us, but, third time lucky for Gary, and from his point of view, he's got the same team out, he's got complete faith in his squad, and here we are, and this is what we thrive on.
How do you manage expectation here? You're a club which gets well over 6, 7, 8,000 people, 8,000 here tonight. Everyone wants to be back in the Football League here, and it hasn't always been that easy for clubs like Luton.
James, everybody wants to be us. Everybody who in this league, and maybe even a league up and a little bit further than that, wants to be Luton Town with the fan base that we've got and with the expectation we've got. And like I said, the expectation drives us. So from that point of view, we're just going to have thick skins at times, but other times we've got to revel in this this emotion that we've got at the football club. Our supporters are absolutely fantastic. They come out in droves week in and week out, and we're just proud of the whole place tonight.
Are you budgeting for next season yet, the possibility of being in the Football League?
Both. Of course, my job's to have contingency plans. But yeah, the Football League, it would make a huge difference to us, well in excess of £500,000 difference to us.
Well, best of luck tonight, Gary. Thanks very much for talking to us. The game is live tonight on BBC Three Counties Radio. We'll have the full match for you in tomorrow night's programme.
Mike's looking.
Cracking atmosphere at Kenilworth Road. Yeah. I'm sure that'll be guaranteed.
Well, Luton Town are one win away from getting back into the Football League. Last night they beat Wrexham to reach the playoff final of the Blue Square Premier League. A crowd of more than 9,000 saw the Hatters score twice. To book their place in the final was Jeanette Crotcher and Jason Walker who scored the goals. They will now play AFC Wimbledon or Fleetwood Town in the final.
We're certainly good enough, but it's like I keep saying to everyone, the lads are going to have a couple of days off now and then it's back to training, and it's the things that we've worked in day out, which I think is important, carrying it into the final, and hopefully we can complete it.
One more win for the Hatters to move on up into the Football League.
And Gordy.
On to sport now, and Luton Town fans are angry at ticket prices for the team's conference playoff final. The Hatters made it through after a 5-1 victory over Wrexham on aggregate. The cheapest ticket for the game at the City of Manchester Stadium is nearly £40.
With the job just about done in Wales last week, fans had plenty of reason to be confident about reaching the conference playoff final. But this is football, and anything can happen.
If they get an early goal, then things can get a bit nervous, but if we play like we did at Wrexham, then I think we're pretty much there.
We're going to do it, and we're going to climb up the leagues.
I think it'll be a travesty if we don't get through on the 3-0 lead from the first leg, but it's football, anything can happen. But yeah, quietly confident, aren't we, fellas? Yeah, I think we're going to do it this time.
The decline was well publicised, but their supporters have stayed loyal. Nearly 10,000 crammed into Kenilworth Road, and the majority weren't expecting to see Wrexham score the game's first goal. After just 8 minutes, the aggregate score became 3-1. It could have been even closer. The Welsh side were awarded a penalty for a Dan Gleeson handball, but Luton fans had player of the season Mark Tyler to thank for this save. Under Gary Brabham, Luton look a side ready to cope with challenging situations, something the Wrexham goalkeeper failed with. Caught in no man's land, the Hatters defender Crosher headed Luton back into a 3-goal advantage. And the icing on the cake, late on, Jason Walker adding a second to win the second leg and the tie 5-1.
The connection between the supporters and the team and the players has just grown with each game, and it's it's fantastic and evident today, and hopefully that can carry us over one more hurdle, which is at Eastlands in 10 days' time.
The Hatters will face AFC Wimbledon or Fleetwood in the final. The journey down was depressing, the way up much more enjoyable. Jonathan Park, BBC Look East.
In rugby, North